For most of the 18th century, the Caribbean Sea was a deadly place to sail. Its waters were terrorized by the fearsome Captain Remington. Rumors spread from port to port about Remington's pact with the devil. During his nefarious career, he plundered many ships and murdered even more men. Until the day armed forces finally caught up to him.
Well, with the cutscene like that, this game must be great.
I hear it is. So, our name for this game is gonna be Chaos Shadow, or CS. Okay?
So, well, I apologize if that's a little bit too loud. I mean, we haven't turned the audio down yet, so we'll get into that right now.
We'll do that right now.
Actually, there we go. There we go. If this is too low, let us know in the comments, and on our next video, we'll try to.
We'll try to,
balance
balance out the sound compared to our voices.
Well,
So this is
anyway.
our intro,
Well, anyway, welcome everybody. I'm Chaotic38,
and I'm Dark613.
and this is the first video of our channel, which is exciting, isn't it?
Yes. I can't wait to play this game. Now, this game was originally going to go on The Dungeon, which is my hidden object let's play / speed throughs / walkthroughs. But we needed a game that we could open up our intros on, and unfortunately we don't have any games from Chaotic's timeline, or Chaotic Times.
So we're gonna do this one. We're gonna talk a little bit about the channel, what we're gonna do before we get into the actual gameplay. But we'll try to get into that as fast as we can for you guys.
Yeah, we don't want this video to be like 2 hours long or something.
Although it'll probably end up will be.
Yeah.
So which side of the channel do you want to talk about first?
Well, I've already mentioned mine. Mine's The Dungeon. It's going to be for hidden object, let's plays, walkthroughs, speed throughs only. And the thing about it is there's going to be playlists for each game. And they're going to be in alphabetical order by the game publisher's alphabetical order. I believe I've reached somewhere around 200 games that I've previously downloaded and played before, but I'm gonna have to replay for you guys, which is fun. You get to see a game played absolutely perfectly. Any game that has achievements is going to be played absolutely perfectly.
Achievement whore.
Hey, I'm not an achievement whore. I'm a perfectionist. So, I'm going to check if this game has achievements. I'm going to check right now. I believe it does. Not.
Okay,
So no achievements on this game. Now, this is part of a series. This is the first one of the series. I'm not going to spoil the rest, but I will tell you the names. The Siren Song is number 2, and Davy Jones is the third and climax of the series. This is done by Artifex Mundi. They do a lot of really good games. They are one of the big 5, as I like to call them.
Okay, so onto my side, which is a little bit more complicated, as there's a few different areas to it.
Series.
You can call them what you like. Well, the primary focus of my side is going to be the timeline, or
Chaotic Times.
this is basically, I'm going to be playing through any and all games rather, that take place on a specific point in time. And
Our
that's
time.
Our time. I mean, there will be alternate universes in there, but they're going to be time. So the main focus of that is, playing through the games and seeing how well they mesh together or whether they just don't at all.
Yeah. That should be interesting, but some of the games Chaotic refuses to play, he'll leave those up to me. For example, the Devil May Cry series
Or
is...
beat 'em up games.
Yeah, any beat 'em up, hack and slash, button masher games that have no strategy, he is leaving to me because those are the games I prefer to play. Not to mention, I have the whole DMC collection anyways.
Right.
For the Xbox. That will be a little bit difficult to record.
But anyway, the main focus of almost any of my series is that I'm going to be delving more into the story and perhaps the characters of them. I love to get involved with the characters in more than, hey, I'm watching the game and I'm playing it.
We apologize for any background noises. We don't have a pop filter yet. This thing's supposed to have a pop filter built into it.
It might work, it might not, who knows. This is the first video. We did do a test run, but we didn't have much background noise going on, so.
Hopefully there's no background noise, but this might, considering it's a little bit better than the one I have.
Anyway, so basically my side is going to be more into the role-playing aspect. Some games more so than others, though.
So his two other parts to the games series that he's going to do is RPG Master, which is the role-play aspect.
Which is, I'm going to be playing through role-playing games that don't take place on the timeline, and I'm going to be playing through them. The main featured games of this, series is going to be Elder Scrolls games, as I love me some Elder Scrolls.
That and pretty much all fantasy.
Or RPG aspect games that don't take place on the timeline.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the last thing...
The last part is something I find very fun. It's Sneaky Shadows. It's basically same thing as last time. I'm going to be taking games that aren't on the timeline, stealth games, or at least games that you can use stealth, utilize stealth. I'm going to play those games in a stealthy manner, or as stealthy as I can.
One of those games is Deus Ex Machina. Human Revolution.
Well,
If
actually,
that's
that is
not
part on the timeline.
Oh, it is? I didn't
Yes,
know that.
it
Well,
is.
I'll be lending my game to him for the Xbox 360, as well as Dishonored. Those two games I have trouble playing because I have a tiny screen and the text is like
But I do
awful.
have the new Thief game on the timeline. I've sort of just put it on there because it sort of, can fit in, sort of. But the other older Thief games I will be playing as part of the Sneaky Shadows.
Yeah. Some of my hidden object games also appear on the timeline. Chaotic here doesn't really like hidden object games
Well,
that
there
much.
are some hidden object games that I like, some I don't. It really depends on the features, story, and basically overall gameplay.
Yeah. So any that he doesn't like will either be on the timeline or in the dungeon or both, depending
both.
on what you guys want. So anyways, enough of our rambling chat.
And
Let's get to the game.
But before we start actually playing, we'll see the difficulty here. But we're going to make sure we try to stay silent during any cutscenes, talking, anything that,
Has voiceover work, because last time on our behind the scenes, you could barely hear us.
We were kind of talking a lot throughout the entire video, and the noise of the
Cutscenes and the action and the sound, even as low as we had it, still overtook our voices completely. Not to
Yeah.
mention, a lot of people that watch Let's Plays don't like it when the person is talking during the cutscenes.
like, shut up during the cutscenes. No.
Yeah, so we're not going to talk.
We're going to try not to talk. No promises, but we're gonna try.
Also, there are maybe some spoilers. I can't help that. Like I said, I've played this game before.
I haven't, but
Chaotic has never seen this game.
But we're going to she's going to try not to spoil it for me and for you guys.
And there might be swears, so...
Oh
if
yeah,
you're-
yeah. We're pretty much adults. Our target audience is, teens to adults. So
if
we're
you're
going
a
to
child, if you're a child, Ask
Get
your
permission.
parent. Yeah, get permission first. Otherwise, enjoy.
Well, there might also be, you know, we have. I like to I hate to admit it. Well, I don't really, but we do
swear
have.
like sailors.
Not only that, but we do have a bit of a dirty mind, or at least dirty mindset.
Yeah.
So there might be, you know, innuendos, or you know, that's
Little
what she
funny
said
jokes.
jokes.
Yeah, little funny jokes here and there, but I hope you enjoy it.
Nonetheless.
So, yeah.
So we're gonna play in regular mode, as there's no casual for this one, right?
No, regular mode is the only way you can go. It's the later games that add casual. I've never played the game on expert, so I wouldn't know what to do or remember some stuff. So let's just go with regular.
Regular.
Now, 300 years later, Remington's body is being extracted from the depths of his watery grave.
I find that very creepy, by the way.
Soon, this precious artifact will be on display in the Caribbean Naval Museum. My museum.
So I'm gonna skip the tutorial. I never do the tutorial anyways. One of the things is you are the museum curator in this game.
Right.
The one who was just talking. So
Okay.
basically you're the narrator.
So, from what I noticed on that was actually very interesting. And it, well, obviously we saw from the cutscene in the beginning, there's a lot of to do with pirating and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Well, it's known as Nightmares from the Deep.
Right,
It's
right.
gonna have heavy pirate themes throughout the whole thing.
But it also takes place in, you know, modernish.
Yeah,
times.
the year I think in this game is 2012 or something.
2012. Okay. We might revisit this. On
Yeah,
the
we'll
timeline.
probably add our playlist of this game to Chaotix timeline thing. Anyways, let's get going. Skip tutorial because I hate the tutorials.
Yeah.
Sure thing, Miss Black. I'll leave the crate at the end of the exhibition hall.
I wonder what's inside.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom. I just want to sneak a quick peek at this legendary pirate, and then I'll stay out of your hair. Come on, let's check out the crate that just arrived.
Now, as you can see, the animation is slightly stilted. The mouth movements aren't
It's
precise.
It's a bit simplistic, but it's
And
done in a decent way.
Well, here's the thing. This is Artifex Mundi's opening game. This is the first game that they made.
So for a first game, this is actually very good. I mean,
Artifex Mundi is only 5 years old.
right, and you know, in 2010, you know, you probably would have, you know,
Yeah.
seen
They were
sort of-
just getting used to their controls. As the company went on to make more games, they got better. They don't have many games, unlike Epex Entertainment. In 5 years has about 50 games, which is ridiculous. They release like 5 games every year. Okay, so that needs a key card.
right. Okay.
And that needs a key. But yeah, I mean, it did improve. The gameplay is good. The voice acting's really good. I do love the art, but like I said, this is their first game. They needed
So-
some room to improve. Anyways,
So what I find funny is that, you know, we step into the role immediately. There's no, you know, guidance, but we have a daughter.
yeah, we are Mrs. Black, and that's our daughter. I know it's weird to give you as the player a named character. Sometimes this happens in hidden object games. Sometimes it doesn't. More often it doesn't, which
Do we
is
have
good.
a first name?
I don't know it's ever mentioned. I think so,
Oh well, we'll
but
find out.
We'll
eventually.
find out.
So we got what's in the box? More boxes. Oh no. Okay.
This flintlock pistol is a rare artifact, probably tailor-made for the infamous Captain Henry Remington. We discovered the pistol near Remington's gravesite. Though it was buried in sand and tarnished by salt, it seemed to gleam in the water. strange.
What I find funny about this is it's not signed by a particular person, but instead by a group. It
Yeah.
just says the diving team.
Well, you have to remember, it was their group project anyways.
Well, yeah, but normally with something like that, you have it signed by the head of the team.
Yeah.
Should we get some cutlasses?
Let's see.
Okay, so we gotta remove swords by length.
Yeah. No, swords by which one's on top.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So this is our first puzzle, and there's the weapon.
There's the cutlass.
And this guy is the Scourge of the Seas, apparently. Supposedly the most fearsome pirate of the Caribbean.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
There, you're all set. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be on my way.
And we never know that guy ever again.
We never see him again, I guess.
The crate is nailed shut. Do you think we could pry the lid off? With so many tools lying around, I'm sure you can find a crowbar. I'll stay here and keep an eye on the crate.
Right.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I still have the key card to your office. Here
So
you
we
go.
get a key
And don't
card
worry,
now.
this
Yep.
mummified corpse won't be going anywhere without me.
So now we find
I'm
out.
trying not to say anything.
Yeah. Now we find out what's in the box, and well, I have a strange feeling by what that says. I'm gonna make a prediction that it actually moves around.
You're close. You're
Okay.
so close.
Don't let me know. I want to make my own predictions, and we'll see if I'm right. You guys in the comments can laugh at my false predictions if you want.
Okay, let's read this one.
Dear Sarah.
So her name is Sarah.
Okay, so we are Sarah Black.
Yep. According to my research, this small treasure chest belonged to Captain Remington. I was unable to unlock it, and I couldn't bear the thought of breaking it open, even though its contents will be more valuable still. Perhaps you can figure out the secret of this lock.
So
Stan Rafferty, National Museum.
So I found that, interesting. The last line there is in red instead of
Yeah.
the black.
So memorize this. R4, L9,
R4, L9, R6, L1, R8. I don't have a phone or anything, so I can't.
It's fine. It's in the journal.
Okay.
So this is.
Captain Henry Remington was the terror of the Caribbean Sea during the early part of the 18th century. His infamy quickly spread after a series of attacks on merchant ships, but his reign ended after just a few years when he mysteriously disappeared.
Remington's body was never
Found. Proving this fascinating myth true became the goal of naval historians, and many expeditions were sent out in search of his earthly remains.
Do you have to make a voice that weird? So
Love you, Ma!
yeah,
Uh,
I am basically checking out everything that I can.
so we got a, in case of emergency. Yeah, like that won't be ever used. A radio, which doesn't play anything it seems.
Okay.
New wall safe has been installed and the pirate artifact transferred to it as requested. Wrote down the safe code. Okay, so that must be the right number, then left. Okay.
Actually, it does play.
Oh, okay, it's very hard to
Yeah, because well, the thing is old. Anyways, this is the basement key. So they actually animate the keys, which is a nice touch.
I mean, it doesn't add much, but it gives a lot to the, what's the term?
Ambience.
Well, not the ambience, it's more the ability to stay the immersion. It adds to the immersion.
That's that. But we get our first hidden object scene, and yes, this is an actual hidden object scene, not a fragmented one.
Unlike what
And
was
I
seen in
really,
the,
really don't like them that much.
unlike what was seen in the behind-the-scenes video, which you will see after this.
Yep.
We'll have a link in the description when we put it up, as well as maybe some links to our to Twitter or anything else.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm going fast. I have a tendency to go really fast throughout my playthroughs.
But if it is too fast, you can always just pause the video at a certain point and, you know, see
Well,
what.
I'm going as slow as I can right now, so yeah, this is as slow as I can get.
And the shape of that little thing is not, you know.
What?
Oh, it's a candle.
Yes, it's a candle.
Of course.
Oh,
So we got a knife there.
I'm trying to remember where the second horse was. So we need a lit candle, which, there you go.
There you go. Now we lit the match and
There's the horse, there's the lit
Ah,
candle,
there's the
and
horse.
now we need the crown. Which is right there.
right there.
We
Okay.
get to keep the crowbar, obviously.
Which we use to pry open the mummy, which is probably missing.
It's not missing.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Oh.
That is creepy.
Oh.
Okay, according to the attached reproduction, Remington used to wear specific accessories. You will not find these in the crate as they are delivered separately. Outfit Captain Remington in his full regalia before the showing. Professor Holmes, P.S. I hope you receive my other package. Keep it in your office until you figure out how
Professor
to open
Holmes. Is it Sherlock?
it. No. So we give him that.
That's strange.
That is.
Open that.
Oh.
Flashes of lightning are really playing a trick on my eyes.
And we
Ah.
take that out of his mouth.
That is creepy.
Yeah. This gets more disgusting as the game goes on. Says. Yeah, I kind of forget what to do in some parts. You know that.
Yeah.
You know that. That's kind of cool though.
It is. It's.
No, I need the thing for it.
Well, maybe it's a little weird, but I think that visitors will be amazed.
A little.
A
weird.
little. Weird is not the term for it. Creepy, disgusting. Making people freak the
Right,
fuck
there's
out.
the save. There's the save. So. There's the note. New save.
Okay. So it was right for. Oh, there we
There
go.
we go.
We tape it there. It was right for.
No.
Oh, that's L4. Reset. You gotta move it right. R4, left to 9.
Hey.
I guess it's a little finicky.
Yeah, the sensitivity is very high on this game.
Left to 9. Right 6. There we go. Right there. Left 1. And then R8. 9.
There we go.
We'll probably get the last artifact. Yeah. Huh. And yet we gotta remove the cloth.
If you were to find this, yeah, he kept the missing gem in his mouth. That's not creepy at all.
No.
Unbelievable. The
And the
jewel
final
casing
pendant.
claimed the gem as its
I regret doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I regret doing this.
Oh.
Reason number one why I did
Um.
not like this game.
Okay, so the backup lights are on.
Um,
Wait, where's this? The straps are gone.
yeah.
Mom, you know I'm scared of the dark.
How old
Could
are
you check the fuse box?
It looked like 13, 14 minimum. Where did the straps go? I'm freaked out. Consider me.
Yeah, everything is red.
Oh my god, this is. In case of emergency, yes, this is the time. Oh. No light. We need a flashlight or something. A candle. No.
No, we have to find something. Oh, what it was. No. I'm sorry for the slow gameplay today. It's been quite a while since I've played this game, so.
Robot? Yes. Okay. Breaking more. We need. Okay, flashlight.
I'm keeping
Nice.
the axe.
Hell yes. Whack the fucking dead guy.
Oh. Right. We have to play a hidden object game in the dark.
Oh.
Playing cards, paintbrush, and dust brush. There's the cards.
Anyone creeped out a little? No?
No,
Just
it
me?
gets creepier.
Okay.
Ticket. There's you go. There's one. There's two. There's three.
Okay.
And a magnifier. I like Monicode. Yes, I know I talk funny when I get into a game. I tend to take on an accent, even though I don't really know how to do accents properly.
Sometimes when I'm scared, I put up an accent, so you might see that.
Yeah.
You might not.
Oh, they'll see it. Trust me, the game gets really scary really quick.
Yeah, but here's the thing, you know, I don't get scared easily, so this will have a tough challenge.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh my ass off when he starts freaking the fuck out during the game.
I'm
Let's
creeped
see.
out. But
Well, okay, creeped out even more. Okay, this one. I got the
Okay.
fuses. Thank you.
now we gotta put the fuses in and probably do a puzzle.
Yup. You can see the ball.
Yeah.
Oh. 1, 2, 3. Blue goes there. Blue
And
goes
then the big
there.
one, and then yellow there. Okay, so we go. Oh, I see what this is. Okay.
There's one. There's two. There's three. And the power is restored.
Yes, the power has been restored.
Yay.
I'm guessing that the guy moved.
Yup.
Mom, come here quickly.
You were right there. Where the hell did he go?
I can't believe my eyes. The showpiece just ran away. And he dropped something in the crate in the wood shavings.
Ooh. Yeah, I have to leave my daughter alone now.
Oh, great.
Yep.
She's gonna be taken. I
Yup.
guess. Spoiler.
I'm not. I'm just answering your question. I'm not
I'm
telling
making-
you how
I'm-
she was taken.
I'm making predictions. You're not supposed to, you know, say, oh yeah, that's totally true. You're supposed to let me figure it out myself.
That?
Oh.
Yeah. That is creepy, isn't it?
What?
Mom!
You'll serve my purpose, maiden. Sail forth to Skull Island.
This is where the animation gets really good. Yeah.
Wow.
Ghost ship, anyone? Really creepy ghost ship?
Oh yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, I don't get to keep the axe. You use it and you lose it.
Fucking
And here comes the screwed up part. Whee!
shit takes off with us.
Yup. But look at the museum. Oh my god. Yup. I wonder how much money that's gonna cost to fix it.
Quite a lot.
Yup. Here,
Can't see
here comes the
anything.
creep.
Where am I?
Oh. Hi.
It's a genuine haunted ship. I have to find my daughter. She must be so scared.
Yeah, there are more of these zombie guys.
Oh, fuck. Fucking fuckity fuck 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 fuck.
You don't like zombies?
Another woman on board? That's double the bad luck. But welcome anyway.
See, he's
Oh, okay.
nice.
This cursed ship belongs to Captain Remington, the most fearsome pirate there is.
Then why are you here
We're
if
his
you're nice?
crew. Well, what's left of it? Now that the captain's returned from the deep, we've set sail for the old hideout on Skull Island. Here's a map of the ship. For free. Don't want bad luck getting lost on the ship.
Yeah, the animation was a little crappy there because his mouth still moved.
A map. Now I'll always know where I am.
So, you fancy me bottle of shiny fluid? I can't give everything away for free.
Yeah, you want something in return, don't you? Nope. I just wish they would fix the mouth movements, but like
Well-
I said, this is the first game that they made, so the animation's a little screwed up.
Wonky.
Wonky is oh, we get a skeleton arm.
Oh, of course.
I remember that.
I can't have a good game without a skeleton arm.
Okay, so I'm gonna need something to scrape the barnacles away.
Mom! Help me!
Yeah, Artifacts Movie tried their hands at 3D graphics, and they didn't do that well. We get a hacksaw, which we'll need here. I hate the fact that you can't keep the items that you use.
I mean, these things would be really well as a weapon of some sort.
But the unfortunate problem is in every hidden object game, the item you use breaks immediately after you use it.
Well, I think in this case it's a little bit more understanding, or at least on the ship part itself. because,
Chemicals.
They're old.
Perhaps the skeleton pirate is holding the missing bottle.
Yeah, that is. Maybe I will find something useful later.
Like a bottle.
Nope. The dead guy upstairs has it.
Yeah.
So we have our second hidden object scene, which is the fragmented one. So yes, Artifacts Mundi did copy Blue Tea Games in some manner.
I wouldn't say copied, more borrowed from.
Still might be in copy.
Well, the thing is, anyone can do like a fragment. It's not like
Well, here's the thing. Blue Tea Games came up with it first. So
either way, it's still not exactly a copyrighted thing. So anyone can
it should
really.
be.
Not really, because it's just a style of
Gameplay, yeah.
It's mainly the story and games and actual tangible objects that are copyrighted.
Yeah. I need to get that key.
And it's a bear trap.
Yep.
Hooray.
And it sounds like something's moving around. Yeah, we got an octopus.
Hi, Chief.
Can it open now? Nope. There we go. Give me that. I'm gonna want that bell eventually.
Eventually. Oh.
Oh, they won't let us take it. Not yet, at least. Two of those. I need to
Doubloons?
get a tap. Yeah, the balloons are important. I'm not gonna tell you why. You asked me not to spoil shit. I'm
Okay.
trying not to spoil shit.
Need coal. Progress. Get to
Yep.
make some beer.
Yep.
Grog, but still. Alcoholic substance.
So we're gonna have to put that in the tags.
spear on the wall.
Okay, cinnamon. This one I've always had trouble on. Cinnamon stick, 3 dried meats, which are right there,
Right, okay.
and
Obvious.
the opened coconut.
Coconut.
Sticky, cinnamon stickies.
Cinnamon sticks.
That's not that.
Okay, so well, they're, you know, sticks. Ish.
Oh, there's the turtle shell. There's the ostrich egg.
Right. Coal. I
Broken
can see
knife.
that.
There's the crane.
Yeah, okay.
There's the recipe.
Recipe.
Um,
Sticks down. Well, I see the coal. That's,
there's the herbs.
yeah, there's the herbs.
Where's the coal?
I believe that's the coal.
Yep, coal. Which cup is it? There are so many cups. Oh. That
The
one.
actual mug.
Cinnamon stick. Grater. We need 2 more items.
A grater, a cheese grater.
And some cinnamon stickies.
Cinnamon sticks. You did click those, right?
Yeah, those are hot peppers.
Ah, right, okay. So where would the cinnamon sticks be?
What would they look like? One thing I don't like about some Hidden Object games, the detail that they put into their art, the hidden object scenes themselves, can be quite overwhelming. There's not enough light. I mean, we only have that one single light
Right.
and all the glowy stuff.
Not to mention with sometimes.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
They look like chopsticks.
Not to mention with some hidden object games, you never really know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Because it might say, you know, bow, but you don't know what type of bow.
Yeah.
It could be a bow tie, it could be a bow, it could be a violin bow, it could be an archery bow. You just never really know.
Yeah. That can be a problem sometimes.
Puzzle.
Oh, right.
Ah, okay. So
I forgot this puzzle.
I believe that sword goes right, yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
right there.
That goes there, I believe, yeah. Okay. Scepter, nice.
Okay, so this is how this goes. Everything here is gold.
Right, okay. Everything there is a weapon up there,
Yep.
I think,
Everything here is a boot.
of some sort.
Okay. Not going. Over there. Over there. Over there. Treasure.
Gold. And that's like sort of camping supplies, I guess. Why aren't you? Okay, we'll figure that out later. Mace, nice. Mace to face.
Okay, so there's 2 more items. There should be.
There's a bow, which you know. Okay, there's that. No. Oh,
There we go.
Okay.
It wasn't fitting in properly. Ammunition storage.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And there's another dead guy. But we get to keep the cannonball.
Hi.
I'll do the hidden object scene first, and then we get
Right,
to talk
yeah.
to the dead guy. Okay,
That'll
fish
be
bones. Lantern. I do the white objects
Oh.
first because they don't need anything done to them. Anchor.
Anchor, mallet.
Mallet.
Are we gonna whack people with the mallet?
No, I don't think we get to keep the
I
mallet.
think we're probably gonna get like a saw or a chisel.
Well, there's a saw. There's the mallet.
There's a mallet.
Chisel.
Oh. There's a sickle right there. There's the sickle. Now we need a boot. So we're gonna give the captain an old boot up the arse. probably like a
A small thin item.
tweezer or
Yeah.
something.
So, you haven't been captured yet. I can tell it won't be long before Captain Remington takes care of you once and for all. You'll follow in the footsteps
Asshole.
of your daughter. Just wait until we get to Skull Island, to our fortress.
cranky because he
I bet
doesn't have his
Remington's
glove.
plans have something to do with that other woman, the Countess, who
Still an
appeared
asshole.
among us centuries ago. Now scram your bad luck charm. My wooden limb is itching, like there's something in it that I can't reach.
Probably a termite.
That? No, it's not that. It's the key that we
Right,
need.
okay.
Once we get the key out, something good will happen.
Something good. Okay.
Okay.
Water reserves.
I need a tap for that. I need to get. Oh. Duh! Skeleton hand.
Ah ha ha. The skeleton hand gets caught in a trap and you get the dancer.
The key.
Dancing key. Oh, monkey, okay.
Or at least I like to call it that.
It looks like a dance animation.
Okay, so. Give me the hammer. Bing. Bing. Bing.
Star.
Mom, you have to help me. The pirate is heading for some forgotten Caribbean island. Beware!
He's like, yeah, fuck you. You're not coming up here.
There's something heavy on top of the planks.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so you have to make them all like that.
Right. There we go. We unlock that.
Yay, Captain's cabin.
Where we will probably be freaked out again.
I'm gonna take this, and
If
then
you-
we can read.
Well, since this is, a good, decent book, we can just have. You can pause here in the video if you
And
want to
read
read
it
these
yourself.
pages. It's a bit, it's a bit of a read, so we'll read it. We'll probably read it, when we watch the video ourselves. We'll pause it and we'll read it ourselves,
Yeah.
or we'll
So-
just take a look and,
First entry, September 17, 1718. Take a pause,
Okay.
read it. So we're gonna wait about 10 to 12 seconds
So
for
you
you to
can
read it.
We'll read it ourselves, of course, in our heads. Yeah, same. Okay, next entry is June 18, 1720. Take a look and see that yourselves. Alright.
So
As
there's-
always, if it's too fast, you can always just pause it.
Yep, and here's next two pages. July 10th, 1720, and unknown date.
So we're gonna read the red bit because that's probably the most important.
Yep.
The old curse brought me back to life. So this is now.
But what is life worth without Mary? I have to bring her back. This young wench I captured will help me perform my finest act. I set sail before the girl's mother could interfere with my plans. So, this is now. This is happening now. It seems that centuries have passed since my demise, and now I don't understand or recognize this strange new world. Only the vast seas are still my home. Onward to Skull Island. Shouldn't have signed that infernal pact. I miss you, Mary, but soon we will be together again. So that is a little bit of a spoiler. I'm not gonna tell you what the spoiler is. We're just gonna move right on.
Yep.
So we need pirate ship and flag. Wait, do we? Yes, we do.
We need a pirate.
And we need
If
a
you notice
knob.
there's a hidden object back there.
Yes,
We'll get to
I
that
know.
in a minute. I'm just
This annoying thing won't shut up. An undead parrot. I'm gonna assume he hasn't eaten in centuries.
So we get to feed him.
Yep, well, we have to feed him. Back off.
Thank you. No thanks.
You're gonna hate what happens. Okay, hidden object scene first. I'm trying not to spoil shit. Play cards.
Telescope.
Red
Red cloth.
No,
Oh, wait,
mirror
no.
first.
Mirror.
Mirror. Cigar.
Gem.
Gem.
And belt.
Okay, that's a belt, but that is not the belt.
Not the belt. This is not the belt you're looking for. Tap.
Tap, trap, whatever. Ah.
There's the belt. Okay. So now we
So,
can get into.
red cloth crossing way. Hey, there's that. There's that. Why we need to find a whip is weird. And it's a cat of nine tails, too.
Oh, great. That's fun. Bottle of tiara. We're
Here we
getting
go.
down into the bottom of the bottle.
So we get the tap. I'm gonna leave that for later.
Yes, let's do that. Let's go. I'm guessing we're gonna get some water.
Yup. Okay, there's a hidden object scene there. But first, I get a plug. There's the water we need. Grab that. And a bucket. Pour the water in there.
Very, very slowly, please, mind you.
And it's kind of invisible, which is funny. But that's actually how water really is. So
Well,
kudos.
It's not exactly. I mean, there's still sort of like
A little film, yeah.
it's like you can still see it. It's not invisible per se, but it's
All you can see is the bubbles. There's the magnifier. Oh, we get the tweezers, which we need. Probably.
That's probably what we're gonna get.
Machete. No, it's
And speaking of water, I'm going to get myself some water. So we'll pause the recording, but we'll get right back to it. I'm just gonna. Oh, okay, all right.
Never mind. I have extra water handy. I was smart.
Good
to grab,
thing. Good
too.
thing someone was prepared.
Yup. So we need machete, scissors, and feather. Why we need to search for stupid feather is beyond me.
Are we? What are we gonna do? Tickle them to death? Wait, they're already dead. So how does that work? Forget I said anything.
The only way. That's a spoiler. Never mind. This is hard to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, Miss wants to blab about story.
That's enough out of you. Oh look, we're looking for a hook.
Apt.
What?
I said apt.
Yeah. I have no cap.
Let's look for a plane. What type of plane? A plane of existence?
All. I hate that word. All. Ice pick. Call it a goddamn ice pick. I left the machete because I can't find it. Oh.
Oh.
All makes you sound like you're saying aww.
All of you people.
Or yeah. Okay. Where is the machete?
I believe the machete.
That's not it.
No,
And that's a spatula.
I know that's a spatula. It's flat, it's wide, and it's got those little divots.
That's not the machete. That's not the machete. I am loath to use a hint. I hate using hints.
Oh. Machete.
Machete?
I guess it's I guess it's my shitty situation.
Oh, screw it.
Oh, come on. That's like
Yeah, I told you, sometimes games are too good for their own good. Okay, now we have to go back here.
get the
Boink.
get the oh, that's another key. Okay.
Yes, I told you it was a key.
Right. Got it.
And he's still asleep.
Please calm down.
Or he's high as hell.
I think he's had too much grog.
Yeah. This way. Okay. Get rid of those 2 keys.
Yeah.
And look, it's a human. Screaming. Oh, that's disgusting.
That is creepy. I will admit that is very creepy.
This one gets 2. As almost. Oh, that's a ripping it apart.
Ah.
There's the knob.
Right.
There's the rum. And a hollowed out book.
We got a rum. We got a rum.
Yes, there's no quick thing here.
Unfortunately. Yo ho ho
And there
and a
we
bottle
go.
of rum.
Don't make any Pirates of the Caribbean joke, please.
Stop. Let's hope we don't get copyrighted for that. I mean, it was only a short phrase anyway, so yeah.
A glass of wine is. What is this? Ow, my eye. Hair and eye equals no.
Well,
Okay, yeah, broken stick.
broken steak.
Frying pan. Anyone want to say tangled?
Oh my god, I remember that.
Clonk.
Yeah.
Crow's foot. Why would you want a crow's foot? Ew.
Wait. Are we talking an actual crow's foot?
Yes.
Are we talking crow's feet as in,
Actual crow's foot.
Okay.
That is disgusting.
So we're not looking for wrinkles around the eyes.
And we get the crackers for the birdie. Wait, can we quick travel?
Polly wants a
That would
cracker.
be nice.
If we
No.
could, no. I was
Damn
about
it.
to say if we could quick travel, that would have been very stupid of us.
Yeah, some hidden object games don't have that. Here's your fucking crackers.
Polly, eat your fucking crackers. Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Not again. Okay, so your daughter went missing
Again.
Anyway, oh, whoops, wrong way.
Oh, we
Whoopsie,
get the
whoopsie,
key.
whoopsie.
We get the key.
Yeah, but I'm saving that for later. 'Cause now
Oh.
we get creepy
Oh.
chest.
Okay, let's. Oh.
Yeah.
Arr, if you're here, then my captain lives again. I hope Remington told you about the doubloons. You need all 12 to open the chest and retrieve its contents. I'll be watching you.
Creepy.
Here's one. Yeah, you actually have to toss in the doubloons.
The people of the Caribbean first heard about Captain Remington and his Black Galleon when he sank 2 passenger ships near Ile Simona. Those who survived were taken aboard and later sold as slaves. Tales of Remington's cruel and ruthless manner spread.
So yeah, every time you give Creepy over here a doubloon, part of Captain Remington's backstory is unveiled. So here's doubloon number 2.
Again, we'll try to keep quiet during the cutscene. Try being the operative word.
Yeah. This animation is done 12 times, by the way.
Yeah.
Those first attacks were only a taste of the coming atrocities. Soon, Captain Remington boarded and sank commercial ships. His black galleon would appear out of nowhere and strike without warning. Those who weren't shot or stabbed were forced to walk the plank to the pirates' amusement.
So I'm gonna turn down the ambience, the music, and turn up the voice a little bit, okay? Cause
It seems to me that'll, yeah, it's a little bit.
that would be the sound. Cause music volume is fine. Continue.
Another doubloon.
Last one I have in my inventory for now. It looks so wet and grimy. Ugh.
People were frightened and began to suspect Remington must have made a bargain to come by such unearthly skills. His crew was said to consist of sea monsters, convicts, and cannibals. His ship was thought to be invincible and capable of casting storms, fog, and eerie calm.
Reminiscent of Pirates of the Caribbean, anyone?
Yeah, unfortunately. So now we get to use the key on creepy Kraken door. And another...
We're gonna see Captain again. Yep, that's my prediction. Here we go. Yep.
Thanks for that depiction. We need to get the rammer later, and that sounds wrong.
We're gonna ram the cannon.
No, ram her.
Yeah, we're gonna ram her. We're gonna ram her. We're gonna ram her good.
Pirate wedding.
Okay. Alright. Anyway.
Okay, so this is the first map.
Another map. Now I can keep track of my position on Skull Island.
Anyway. I think despite, us saying that we were gonna play it all the way through, it's been a good long episode. We can call this, part 1.
Yeah.
We'll end it here.
So, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. I'm Chaotic38.
I'm Dark613. And this is where we're gonna leave you. On a cliffhanger.
We're gonna leave you on a cliffhanger. We just arrived here.
At Skull Island. And apparently, a pirate wedding is about to happen. Enjoy waiting for the next segment.
Alright.
Back to the menu.
And with that,
We bid you
adieu.
farewell.